Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the WMC Book Club. This is an initiative of the WMC Alumni Group, spearheaded, of course, by our very own Achi Janet Nang. Good morning, Achi Janet.
Good morning and good morning to everybody here. It's been a while since our
Away
last
lang ba
book
talaga?
discussion. Medyo
It's been a long while.
may matinding kaguluhan lang nangyari sa aking backyard, but I miss all of you. I am so glad that we are back to the book club and back to reading.
All right, and there you have it. Of course, joining us is our ever supportive and loving members, Amy. Say hi, Amy.
Hi everyone, I miss you guys so much. Super miss.
Baka akala ng mga listeners natin sila yung namimiss natin.
Yeah, I miss the core group and we miss sharing our insights with you to
Okay.
everyone.
There you go, Amy. And then we also have TJ.
Hello, everybody. Same feeling. I missed the core group. I missed the session. I miss all of it. I'm glad we're back.
Ayan, and of course, joining us for the first time, the newest member, hopefully, a longer standing member rin for the future from the Insular Life Company. We have Arlene Balingbing. Good morning, Arlene.
Thank you. Thank you guys for welcoming me here. And yeah, it's a challenge, but I will accept to be one of the one of the mainstay here in WMC Book Club.
Yay!
Welcome,
All
Arlene.
right. Katulad nga ng we were talking a while ago at the backstage, sabi ko, mag-recruit naman tayo ng lalaki. So guys, for those who are listening, the book club, the WMC book club is open to all of the alumni who previously graduated as a AWP or a CWP graduate of the WMC landmark programs of their Certified Wealth Planner and Certified Estate Planner Philippines. Ayan. So, for this particular episode, we will be talking about the book of the month, which is The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. Ayan. So, just to give a little background about the book that we'll be talking about this month, this one has been published since 1968. So, yan. So, yung mga kapanahunan, okay, ni Og Mandino, taas ang kamay. Okay, syempre walang aamin. Pero yan.
Mas matanda pa sa akin yung libro, excuse me.
Ayun.
ng isang taon lang.
Ayan, okay. So, binigyan natin ng idea yung studio audience natin. Anyway. So, yeah, but anyway, this has been a long-standing bestseller in the globe since its introduction back in the 1960s. Ayan. So for this session, we're going to know why it has stand the test of time. Okay. So now to kick off our WMC book club session for this morning, I'll hand over the hosting and facilitating to our very own Achi Janet Nang.
Ayan, salamat Kaloy at thank you for that lively intro to our session. Ayan. So, what's great about this book is that kahit na in the late 1960s siya sinulat at pinublish, you can still apply all of the lessons today in our modern time. And it doesn't matter which field in sales you are in, basta nasa sales ka, ma-apply mo. Syempre, dito sa atin, we're a group of financial advisors, and at the end of the day, what marks our progress in this industry is our production. Hence, we need the sales then, 'di ba? So, what we are going to do right now, kasi makikita ninyo, no, napakanipis ng libro, no? At tapos, malalaki yung prints niya. However, this is filled with so many lessons, no? So many ideas, no, that we can use not only in our profession but also in our personal life. So what I want each of you to do is to pick at least one or 1 to 3, no? At least one, but not more than 3 materials that you read from this book that made an impact on you. No, so it can be a lesson, it can be a phrase, it can be an idea, and I want you to share those with our audience and also explain why they made an impact when you read them. And what are you going to do about it? Kasi sabi nga ni Ogmandino, no, ang importante is that you take action right away. So ano ang gagawin nyo doon sa natutunan ninyo? Ayan. So dahil wala tayong hazing pero meron tayong initiation. Arlene, ayan. Go,
Oh,
Arlene.
Yes. Sabi ko nga kanina, I said earlier na Ogmandino is one of my favorite authors. So parang I'm walking through memory lanes. Ano ba yung mga nabasa ko ng libro ni Ogmandino? Ang dami na eh. Pero I don't know why I skipped this one. I really don't know why I skipped this one. So I'm so grateful that I became a member of this club. Kasi 2 weeks before I messaged Miss Janet, naumpisahan ko na siya, nakadalawang chapters na. Tapos tumigil siya, I stopped. Tapos nag-message ako, tapos sinabi niya sa akin, our book is the greatest salesman in the world. Parang, oh God, pinapatuloy mo sa akin yung libro. Kasi nag-stop ako after the second chapter. So reading through this, I realized that this book, parang Bible siya, was really a salesperson. It is really a Bible. And also, I think yung iba't ibang libro on sales, iba't ibang libro on habits, came from this book. Ito na opinion ko. I think it came from this book. Knowing that this book is so old. Sorry, Miss Janet. Ano din siya eh. After ilang years pa after bago ako pinanganak.
Okay lang, aminado naman ako.
Yun nga
Kaya
eh.
nga hindi na
Anyway.
ako nagpapakulay ng buhok eh.
Yan. Kailangan daw i-embrace ang ang age para can age gracefully.
Yes.
And yes, so it starts with not all people are born to be salesperson, but you can be one if you have to decide. Parang ang gusto kong sabihin dito 3 eh. Ay 4 pala. Decide, love, and be passionate with what you are doing, and act on it. And the last one is always be humble and have faith. 5 pala yun, have faith. Yan din naman in any what we call this, any trainings that we have, any seminars or webinars that we attend, parang it boils all those things dun sa kung anong dapat natin gawin as a salesperson. First thing is you decide. So unless wala kang decision, you will not, what we call this, you will not succeed in this business. Kasi talagang ano tong business na to eh, tough love. Diba, tough love tong business na to. So you really learn everything in the hard way, walang shortcuts. Tapos, if you don't love this profession, walang mangyayari sa atin. Kasi nga, tough love nga siya, so walang mangyayari. And I really suggest or recommend to all newbies to read this one before they become a salesperson in any industry, may it be in our industry sa insurance, may it be in mga product-based industries. They should read this for them to be able to appreciate, and they would know if this profession, being a salesperson, should really be for them. Diba? Kasi ang dami ko nang nabasa, nag-Brian Tracy na ako. Actually, I have another book club sa group sa City Life, sa agency namin. We are doing Brian Tracy. While I'm looking through it, we are reading through it, tapos nagbabasa ako nito, parang sinamarize na lahat. Greatest salesman yung sinabi ni Brian Tracy. So you have to love, and then if you love it, you can control, it will be very hard for you to control yourself to act on it.
Mm.
So if you love this, if you love what you are doing, if you love being a salesperson, if you love meeting people, helping people, lalabas at definitely we will act on it. But all through this, dapat ang ano ko lang is I decided after I read the whole book, I will start with what it has suggested here. I will do every scroll, di ba 10 scrolls yun?
Yeah.
A month. Parang I will do it every day na babasahin ko siya. At feeling ko rin, dito rin galing yung sinasabi lahat ng mga tao. Di ba uso ngayon yung affirmation?
Yeah.
Be grateful.
Yeah.
Habang binabasa ko yung first, sabi ko, shucks, ito yung affirmation na sinasabi nila. Sa totoo lang, hirap akong gumawa ng affirmation. Kasi parang, paano ko gagawin? Pero yung binasa ko, ganito lang pala siya kadali. Gawin yung affirmation. So, yung 10 scrolls are all affirmation on what you have to do as a salesperson. You have to decide, you have to love it, and act on it. And above all, always be humble. Kasi if you are not humble, you are not open to everything. You are not open to learning. You are not open to building relationships. You are not open to getting new more ideas and open to creativeness. So, ano talaga to touch my heart. Emotional ako. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Pero mababa lang talaga and people know about these things. Pero itong salesman na to, sabi ko nga, I will keep on reading this siguro once a year to remind me, siguro every January, to remind me of my responsibility as a salesperson, on what I have to do para makuha ko lahat ng goals ko. Kasi I have been so many things this 2021, but this one is a wake-up call. And that ends siguro my summary of this book and what I like about this book.
That's fantastic. No, yes, it is a Bible for the salesperson. That is so true. I agree with you. I remember, no, and I'll share this bit of experience, no, dati, sabi sa akin ng sister ko, Atsi, and this was like, what, 15, 16, 17 years ago, sabi sa akin ng kapatid ko, Atsi, falling in love and falling out of love is a decision. And you mentioned, Arlene, that you have to fall in love with this profession. True, nobody is born a salesperson. And selling is a learned skill. Alam ko yan kasi before I got into this business, nakakulong ako sa opisina. I handle the accounting department of our business, no? So kulong ako, hindi ako humaharap sa tao. So I never knew I could do this, but I learned it. So it is a learned skill. And yes, it is a decision that you have to fall in love with the industry, with what you're doing, for you to be able to do what you're doing continuously and consistently. Ayan. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you very much. Now let's go to TJ. How about you, TJ?
Thank you, Achi. Thank you, Arlene. That's what the book club does to you. If you've seen our previous episodes, we too have had those sessions and moments that we felt very, emotional. Hindi namin napigilan. So it's okay, you're fine. In my case, when before we started our session, I shared with you guys that this book was gifted to me in 2005. Obviously, I was in a different industry then. I was very young then. And at that point, it did resonate to me strongly already. Pero yung kaibahan, iba dun sa scroll. Yung pinaka tumatak sa akin, which was, I will treat every day as if it was my last. Kasi kabata ka pa lang eh. So no, you wanna really explore and do everything and all of that. What's interesting is that now that we're reading it at this age of ours, and considering that all of us are in sales, no, mas matindi pala yung impact niya. No, parang mas ramdam mo siya ngayon. True to what Arlene just said, that this really is the Bible for every salesperson. No, parang sabi ko nga kanina, ito talaga yung saktong dapat na binasa natin, no? As we close 2022 and really, use the time that we have to achieve all the goals that we set for 2022. So now, this time, binasa ko na siya ulit, no? Yung what resonated to me, medyo mahaba, I'll read it all to you. It's from the scroll marked 3, I will persist until I succeed. I will never consider defeat, and I will remove from my vocabulary such words and phrases as quit, cannot, unable, impossible, out of the question, improbable, failure, unworkable, hopeless, and retreat, for they are words of fools. I will avoid despair, but if this disease of the mind should infect me, then I will work on in despair. I will toil and I will endure. I will ignore the obstacles at my feet and keep mine eyes on the goals above my head. For I know that where dry desert ends, green grass grows. I will persist until I succeed. Yeah,
Wow.
nagiging emotional na rin ako, no, Arlene? Yeah, that really hit me strongly when I got a hold of this book again and got into reading it. Yun kasi yung nangyayari sa atin. I don't know if it's the effect of the, of us being at home na lang, or it's an effect of the pandemic. Napansin nyo ba na in the last 2 years, we've grown more in tune or more emotional, if that's something that's fair to say. No, parang laging heightened yung emotions natin.
Yeah.
And when you feel a certain emotion, before, it's just so easy to, let it pass, or, write it out, or ngayon hindi eh. No, parang pag nasaktan ka, pag ang sama ng loob mo, parang ang tagal mong kinakapitan yung emotion na yon.
Malalim masyado.
Parang tinatambayan mo.
Exactly, di ba? No, exactly. No, parang ngayon, parang biglang yung hugot natin, ang lalim niya na masyado. And that really puts a stop on all that, on us actually, and then on everything else na gusto natin gawin. Parang, di ba, parang it's a ripple effect. Diba? And we'd always say na may pinagdadaanan, hindi ka muna makagalaw. Well, that's true. And don't regard it as, me invalidating what you're going through or your emotions and whatnot. I think to me lang, we have to really be able to master our emotions. No, the world will not wait for us while we're hurting. Sana, no, na kapag nasasaktan ka, no, na pag medyo malalim yung hugot mo, tigil muna yung bills mo sana, no? Hindi naman. Diba, no? It's not gonna wait for you. No, your bills are still going to, haunt you ba? Hahabulin ka talaga niya, malakas ang pang-amoy niya. Kahit na umuhugot ka dyan, kahit nasaan ka, it will persist then. So kailangan, sabayan mo din yung bills mo. No? Kahit na nasasaktan ka na, or kahit na ang sama ng loob mo, or whatever the reason it may be, or kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan mo, to just really hold out. No, not to dismiss what you're going through or what you're feeling, but just to really master it until you get things done. No, in our agency, Arlene, yung December 20th, that's our golden timeline, no, for this year. So sabi ko nga sa sarili ko, hold out, TJ. Lahat ng yan, no, lahat ng mga sama ng loob mo, lahat ng mga nagpapabigat ng dibdib mo, hold out, no, until December 20. December 21, until the end of the year, doon na, no, doon mo na lang siya, alam mo yung ramdamin, doon mo na lang siya i-process, doon mo na lang siya, ilabas lahat. For now, we're pressed for time, very limited. Let's just really focus on what we're trying to do, persist even if it gets really very frustrating. Sabi nga dito din sa book, no, yung the reward daw, it's not in the beginning. It is at the end. No, and that's really very powerful for me. Kaya nga yung now to take action, that's what I'm trying to do. Every morning when after my morning prayers, I open the book and then read that yung scroll mark 3 to myself aloud. No, paulit. Sabi dito, no, until it becomes a habit, until it becomes second nature to you. Sabi nga ni Hafid, no, na memorize niya na yung lahat ng yan. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's very, in the beginning, it was very difficult. I don't know, especially sa ating mga girls, no, minsan kasi pag yung mga emotions natin, gusto natin ramdamin natin matagal. Gusto natin ramdamin ng matagal, no? Alam mo yun, but it's a very, very good learning process for me. that, okay, may pinagdadaanan tayo. We're not invalidating how we're feeling. We're not dismissing it, but then we're just really trying, to redirect our focus and energy to what's important and what's at the present. No, it's, alam mo yun, parang and while you're doing that, nag-grow ka din eh.
Yeah.
Nag-grow ka din as an individual, as a professional, and lahat ng hats na sinusuot natin every day, a parent, a daughter, an advisor, a husband, a wife, mafulfill natin. Right? And dun yun, no, persist more than, kung persistent yung emotions mo, mag-persist ka din. So sabayan mo siya. O kasi nga, hindi tayo iintayin ng mundo.
Yeah.
And yung second na nag-resonate sa akin, dalawa lang yung bigay ko actually.
Go ahead.
When Erasmus was asking Hafid about etong sa scrolls na to, no, Hafid made mention that he was only an instrument of fulfillment. Oh, di ba? Parang he was handed the scrolls and then he applied the scrolls and then that's how his life changed. And I think that's all of us are, regardless of the hats that we're wearing every day. May we all be reminded that all of us are instrument of fulfillment. Oh, and now to those of you who are listening to us, who's going to be watching this, parang may it all inspire us that we are here for for a big purpose. No, kung ano man yung inilagay para sa atin, yun yung lagi nating isipin that let's for not for ourselves, for those that are waiting for us to be an instrument of fulfillment for them. No, baka maipasa din natin sa kanila. And lastly, yung prayer dito sa book na to, oh my gosh, it has become my prayer every night already.
Oh, wow.
And it's so funny actually, when I read the book, I always read it lang silently. Di ba ganyan tayo magbasa? Silent
Yeah.
reading lang tayo. This time around, I read it aloud to myself. Mas iba pala yung effect nun. No, when you're reading it aloud. And now that I've shared my piece, and you guys clearly know now, I made it obvious. This is one of my favorite books in all of my talks. I made mention this, that if I am to recommend a book to read, it's this book. And the very best thing about, this kinds of book is that it was created in 1968. Og probably was in a different, disposition at that time, different frame of mind when he
Yeah.
wrote this. But you think about it, sabi nga ni Achi, it was written in 1968 up to now, relevant pa din siya. And I think that's what makes this book very powerful. And interested din ako, no, now, natapos na natin siyang basahin, no, na-reoriented, na-refresh ulit tayo ng learnings and whatnot. Ano kaya, no, parang 5 years from now, anong scroll naman kaya yung magre-resonate sa akin or yung alam mo yung tatama ng mabigat para sa akin. But this book really is one of the best. So, go pick up this book. Thank you, guys.
Ayan, salamat TJ. Grabe, no? Yung sinasabi mong, I think, one thing some people, tend to disregard, no? Yung sinabi mo na, we are instruments only of fulfillment. Hindi umiikot ang mundo sa atin. 'Di ba? Let's appreciate the fact that we are part of a bigger purpose, no? And let's acknowledge the fact naman na hindi naman umiikot sa atin ang mundo. And with that, I think importante TJ, no, yung sinabi mo na anything we do somehow affects other people, affects how other people act, 'di ba? So thank you very much, TJ. Yes, Aimee. So what do you have for us?
Yes, so Achi, this book is I really love this book. So yes, there was time that I am emotional. Emotional as if the help. Di ba, lagi naman tayong ganun eh. Sometimes when we go through difficulties in our lives, parang naghahanap ka lagi ng help. Guidance. So this one is like really a direction. So from Four Agreements, from Indestructible, a lot of the books that we have discussed, laging may kurot sa puso. So
may tama, no? May tama.
yeah. So and of course, yes, this is like a Bible for salesperson, but I feel that this is really a Bible for this for ourselves, for our soul. Kasi 'di ba, everything that this book discuss comes from the it seems to give us insights change from the inside outward. So,
Mm.
'di ba? Kasi parang sa akin ay more than in our profession, this resonates for me as a person, as a mother. Yun ang pinaka-important sa akin. So, ito na mag-start na ako dun sa mga nag-resonate, no? Sabi dito, yes, I will live this day as if it is my last. So, in relation to our advocacy, sabi sinulat ko I I write everything that resonates with me. So, pwede ko na i-rewrite ko na isang buong libro in my notes. So, sabi dito, I will make more calls than ever before. So, I never really call. That is my weakness. So I accept that it is my weakness. But sinasabi dito na I will make more calls than ever before. I will sell. So sabi dito, I will sell yung ano niya, ang nakalagay ko dito, I will sell more insurance than ever before. I will make more gold than ever before. Each minute of today will be more fruitful than the hours of yesterday. My last day will be my best. So, di ba, in our purpose, in our mission, if I will not call a person, a soul today, I will not save a family today. I will not save a life today. And this time, maybe I will not be able to do tomorrow because tomorrow I may not be able to insure them because they will not be able to need it. Because naunahan na tayo. I'm not talking about other advisor who will be able to talk to them. Maunahan na sila ng sakit, na aksidente na sila, and I cannot do anything about it. And 'di ba, siguro this book is telling me this particular scroll na we cannot live our lives in regret. 'Di ba? We cannot
Yes.
look back on yesterday yung things na hindi natin ginawa kasi today is all that we got. Yun na sobrang ganda. Tapos nakalagay dito kasi 'di ba, this scroll is also describing how you marry yourself to our business and to the things that are important to us. So that is our family. So sabi dito, I will divorce. Meron doon sa mga pauna, I will
Yeah.
divorce myself yung business ko when I am at home.
Yes.
And when I am outside doing my business, I will divorce kung ano man yung problems natin. So tama din, relate ako doon sa sinabi ni TJ, no? So, 'di ba? Kasi may mga ganong times tayo, no? So sabi nila, your problem at home should remain inside your home. And when you put the hat in our business, we should do our business, 'di ba? Kasi that's two separate things. And sabi dito, no, 'di ba? I shall fondle my children while they are young. Tomorrow they will be gone, and so will I. And sabi dito, I shall embrace my man. So, women yon with love and sweet kisses today. Kasi nga, we are not guaranteed tomorrow. Although, our business, we plan for tomorrow, but 'di ba, we just have today. And we should make today our last. And then sabi dito, no, yun, susundan ko yung sinabi ni TJ that I will master my emotion. So bilang, minsan, 'di ba,
Third ako dyan.
so 'di ba,
Virtual hug for everybody.
so minsan paggising natin sa umaga, ang ganda-ganda ng outlook. So meron tayong daily prayer, nag-yoga. Minsan nag-yoga pa ako, I meditate. And then dadating yung mga anak ko, gigising na sila, good morning mommy. So good morning naman ako. Tapos ang ganda-ganda ng gising, and then mag-aaway na sila. Tapos sabi ko, siya, sira na yung, nasira. Alam mo yun, parang, ako I am honest with myself, it's really hard to stick with a positive outlook when the kids are fighting. Diba? When they're fighting for the nonsense, na parang pagod na pagod ka, you are preparing breakfast, and then, bigla na lang, diba, parang nasira. Meron akong ganon. So, nasira yung araw ko. So, sabi dito, hindi nasisira yung araw mo. Hindi na siya araw. Yun lang moment na yun. Parang, I just have to take note na hindi buong araw yung nasira. Ito lang moment na to. And, minsan, syempre, as a person, hindi, 'di ba, as a person, I am not perfect. I am not a perfect mother. Syempre, 'di ba, nagagalit ka, you say things that you don't mean to say. Pero 'di ba, siguro ito lang din yung yung sasabihin ko sa sarili ko na, Amy, you wanna snap out. Kumalma, kumalma
Snap out of
ka.
it, yeah.
Snap out of it, kumalma ka. Um, you laugh. You laugh. Sabi nga dito, 'di ba? You have to laugh
Yeah,
para lumiit yung problema mo.
problema. Yeah.
So, tatawanan ko lang yung mga anak ko, magkagulo kayo sa pero kasi minsan parang kailangan mo silang pagalitan para mag-snap out din sila na, ay, mali na pala yung ginagawa ko. Pero, ito yung sinasabi na, and to relate naman sa business natin, na yung moods natin, 'di ba? Sabi dito, I will also understand and recognize the moods of the other people whom I call. For today, they are not they kasi today we have bad days. We have, minsan talagang days, ilang days na bad days ka pa din. So sabi nga natin, we have to master na moment lang, 'di ba? Moment lang, hindi mo days. So knowing that, we have to understand that the people we're talking to, my kids, maybe they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. My husband also, baka ganun din. And the people that I'm calling, kung bad mood sila, they have problems on their own, with their family, with their business. So, I will understand. So, sabi dito, no, I will make allowances. 'Di ba? So, 'di ba, parang ikaw, mina-mindset mo na din yung sarili mo na, oh, Amy, baka yung tatawagan mo, he's not in a good mood. So, prepare yourself. Minsan when people are, um, saying no to us, rejecting us today, it doesn't mean that it is permanent, 'di ba? Parang lifetime na ayaw na talaga nila. Maybe just today they can't afford it now. But someday, somehow, maybe some other days when they want to listen to you and they give you, 'di ba? They give you the opportunity to talk to them again. Maybe they will listen again. So sabi dito, I can ayan, sabi dito, no, I can withstand the arrows and insults for now. I know that tomorrow he will change and be a joy to approach. So, yeah, 'di ba? Ang ganda. And lastly, Achi, sabi dito, today I will multiply my value 100-fold. So, ito tuwan-tuwa ako dito kasi sabi nga, parang hinahumble tayo na minsan kasi once we are there, na may na-accomplish tayo today, parang, saya ko na. Yes, parang okay, rest na ako kasi okay na ako eh. But no, 'di ba? Parang hindi pala dapat gano'n. Is your accomplishment today should, every day panibagong accomplishment kasi tapos na yun today eh. Sabi nga, hindi natin i-remind na okay na ako kasi nag-succeed na ako kahapon. So, pwede na ako mag-rest. So, we have to multiply ourselves, our efforts every day. Kasi nga 'di ba, laging today is the best day of our life. So we give our best in every day. So actually, I so love this book, and like kung ang gagawin ni TJ, so gagawin din ni Arlene, I'm gonna buy a book. So I already write it in my notes. Pero sabi ko nga, I think mas maganda kung book kasi naka-bookmark lang. And I will read it 30 days each scroll. So talagang para, 'di ba, affirmation and reminder. Kasi minsan we also need reminding ourselves kasi, 'di ba, not every day it's a good day, our moment each. But yeah, we have to remind ourselves of this. So thank you for this
Grabe.
book. So nice.
Thank you, Amy. Alam mo, I really can relate nung sinasabi mo na, you know, you're onto a great start. You know, nakapag-meditate ka na, nakapag-yoga ka na nakapagbihis ka na, and now you're preparing breakfast, na good morning na yung mga bata, tapos maya-maya nag-aaway, no? 4 na beses kong pinagdaanan yan dahil 4 yung anak ko. Ang masasabi ko lang sa'yo, may katapusan din yan kasi lalaki rin sila. Dati kasi akala ko hindi na ako mag-graduate. Parang, oh no, ito na naman, meron na naman, no? Parang hindi na ako matapos-tapos. And then I realized now that they take very good care of each other. Sabi ko nga if I die today, willing na ako to go with the Lord kasi I'm confident that my kids can not only take care of themselves, but they take care of each other. Ano nga recently, I rewrote my love letter to them, no, my will, no. sabi ko doon, kung ano man ang decision ninyo that you need to take, ang una niyong gagawin is to think of each other first. Ayan. Isipin niyo muna ang isa't isa. Saka maganda yung sinabi mo, Amy, yung compartmentalizing. That's what I call it eh. You know, alam mo, Kaloy, it's so difficult for women kasi nag-iisa kang lalaki rito. Kaya it's baka hindi ka,
I allow.
kaya baka hindi ka makaka-relate eh. It's so difficult kasi for women. Women's brains are wired differently. We kind
So
of
true.
mix everything together eh, di
So
ba?
true.
Oo, here it taught us to compartmentalize things, no? Katulad nung sabi nga, pagka nasa trabaho ka, trabaho mo lang iniisip mo. Pag nasa bahay ka, iiwan mo yung problema ng trabaho sa workplace mo, no? And it's the same thing when you're dealing with the boys, 'di ba? Amy, it's the same thing when you're dealing with the boys. You have to compartmentalize also. Moment lang yun. Ayan.
Yes.
Ay, naku, ang sarap. Ang sarap
Oo
naman
nga, grabe,
nakikinig ko sa
grabe.
inyo.
Grabe yung discussion natin, no? Parang, I feel like it's not just the book that's talking to me. It's like all of your sharing. It's talking, you guys are talking to me too. Relate na relate ako doon kay Amy na yung days na ilang bad mood ka. And then naisip ko na, hold out, endure while you're doing that, hanggang matapos and whatnot. Sorry to interrupt you, Achi.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I feel like may hinanda sa atin si Kaloy.
Yeah.
So, paunin na natin siyang mag-share. So, at this point, no, I'd like to pass it on to you. Share with us, no? Share with us kung ano yung, what resonated to you from the book. And then, I know, si Kaloy na yung last. Kasi parang feeling ko,
Okay.
i-coach niya tayo eh.
Oo nga, feeling ko rin nga.
Pa-process tayo ni Kaloy.
Yes, ipo-process niya tayo. So, mailabas na muna ng lahat ng girls and then Kaloy will,
Mamaya na niya tayo
labas.
papagalitan.
Yes.
Well, para sa akin, kasi actually, when I finished the whole book, I went back to the first couple of chapters, first 2 chapters, no, to find yung part na talagang nag-hit sa akin that summarize the whole book into one. Kasi I saw this book as character building eh. Yung inaano niya, yung pinapagawa sa ating habits, no? Yung pagbasa, yung paulit-ulit na mind setting and everything, it is character building eh. And here it says, it is a simple task. Simple task lang eh. But it doesn't mean that it's easy to do, ha? It is a simple task provided one is willing to pay the price in time and concentration until each principle becomes a part of one's personality, until each principle becomes a habit in living. So it's not only the habits that the author is explaining to us does not only apply in our place of work. It applies in all aspects of our lives. Whether you're a parent, you're a sibling, you're a daughter, you're a friend, you're a partner, you're a spouse, no? You're an agent, you're a manager, no? It doesn't matter, pero etong mga habits na to, ina-apply natin sa buhay natin. So it is character building, no? What I appreciated from the book is something else that I appreciated from the book is yung permission for us to live our life. Kasi baka kasi unang-una kasi when I read the title, sabi ko, oh my goodness, ang mundo ko ba iikot dito sa ginagawa ko sa industriya natin? Magbebenta lang ba talaga ako ng insurance? Mag-aalok at mag-aalok lang ba talaga ako ng HMO tsaka ng investment sa mga kliyente ko? Pero hindi eh, ang sabi dito, binasa mo to, Amy, kanina eh, yung part na hahalikan niya yung kanyang wife araw-araw, di ba? Yung mga yun, parang nabigyan ako ng permission na hindi lang negosyo, Janet, hindi lang negosyo. Live your life to the fullest, no? Live each day as if it's your last. It doesn't mean na araw-araw kailangan nakatuto ka sa business. It just means that you have to live your life to the fullest kasi you know, you don't know what tomorrow can bring, 'di ba? And what's great about this is I'm learning this, and because I have 4 young adult kids, I can easily and slowly influence them into thinking this way. No, kasi ano kahapon, was it yesterday, I had a call with my son, no. So medyo may konting pinagdadaanan yung anak kong lalaki doon sa Australia na I have to keep myself in check the whole time that we were in the conversation, na hindi ako pwedeng mag-react na nagagalit ako, kasi intindihin ko rin, tao rin siya. Kung ako, hanggang ngayon nga at 53, nagkakamali pa rin ako. Siya pa kaya na nag-uumpisa pa lang siya sa adult life niya. Natural dun. So, empathy is very important in the conversation that I have with my children and even with other people, no? I put myself in their shoes, feel what they are feeling, so I know how to respond properly. I was slow to speak, pero the choice of words have to be right also. Hindi ako pwedeng negative ang ginagamit kong word. Kahit na yung sinasabi ko medyo it is to correct or advise him on a particular behavior or pag-iisip, no? Pero yung use ng words ko, kailangan positive ang dating sa kanya, no? So yun yung akin. And it's a healthy kind of mindset that we are being taught. Ayan. So yun yung aking 2 cents from what I've read in the book. So now we are going to pass on the limelight to the only sampagita in the amongst the roses. Hindi siya
Yes.
thorn, sampagita siya. Mabango. Ayan. So
Yeah.
ikaw, Kaloy, ano naman ang first, go through the 1 to 3 things that you read from the book that made an impact. Tapos hulihin mo na yung pag-sermon sa amin.
gusto ko talaga yun ng talaga si TJ na
Oo.
parang sandali lang at ihuli natin si Kaloy. Parang naramdaman niya naramdaman niya talaga
Ganon
Ready
na
na po
namin.
kami.
Ready na
Ganon
po
na
kami.
namin ikaw kakakilala. Ayan.
All right. So, I love the sharing, and I love the openness and the really what resonates for me in this discussion is your really the reflection and the appreciation of life that you have right now. That is what I am getting from the 4 of you, diba? Na it's putting us into a better perspective of where we are and what we've been doing probably for the past years or decades of our life, diba? But what I want to focus on, and I've noticed our discussion are skipping ahead on some of the scrolls, but the scroll that really I feel like is one of the most difficult or not really kapansin-pansin na scroll, and I noticed it nga nag-skip kayo iba you were already discussing 1 and 2, and then may nag-discuss ng 3, may nag-discuss ng 7, may nag-discuss ng 5, pero all of you skipped 4. Because 4 is actually, the 4th scroll is actually one of the most impactful and really thought-provoking scrolls for me. And that scroll is, I am nature's greatest
miracle.
Now, why is
Sorry,
that?
Kaloy.
Yeah.
Kaloy. Alam mo, it's sorry na. It's
Sige,
just
go.
like goosebumps moment. I really figured na while I was listening to all of you, and iniintay kita, sabi ko siguro kay Kaloy, yung scroll number 4. Oh my gosh. Because that's how you try to make all of us feel that, us is special. Nakaka-goosebumps naman talagang sakto. Yun talaga yung
Ako din, actually, kaya hindi ko rin yung diniscuss. Kasi parang nirelate ko lang this sa personal circumstance ko. Pero I am really waiting for someone who will open that scroll.
Ayan na.
So, see?
Ready na kami, Kaloy. Ready na kami.
So yan, dahil minanifest ninyo, ito na siya, di ba?
Minanifest.
Alam mo, Kaloy,
And,
kaya siguro hindi ko sinabi yun kanina kasi para sa'yo talaga siya.
Yes.
May note ako dito, I am God's child, I am unique. Hindi ko alam kung bakit hindi ko siya sinabi.
you see? So, ladies, there's a reason for everything. And probably this is the reason out of it, ano. Just a feedback on all of your sharings. One of the things that we've noted about your shares is that it's all oriented about task. Diba? I need to be a good mother, I need to be a good salesman, I need to do this for my husband, I need to do this for my children, so on and so forth. That we tend to forget that the main character of our story is actually ourselves.
I really
Diba?
love you, Kaloy.
Sabi ni, buti talagang dapat ikaw yung nahuli. Sabi
Oh
ni.
my God. Kalma lang, guys. Ako lang to. Ako lang.
Iba talagang war ng mga lalaki, no?
Oh, that's so true. That's so
Ayan.
true. Oh my
Ayan,
gosh.
na-generalize na naman kami mga kalalakihan.
Hindi naman. Kasi sabi nga ni Miss Janet kanina, sorry, sabi ni Miss Janet kanina, mga nanay, mga babae kasi, kahit nasa work, ang utak pa rin ay na ibang tao.
Yeah.
Anak mo, asawa mo, di ba?
Yeah.
Diba?
And that's the thing,
Also,
diba?
sabi ni Kaloy kanina, mag-recruit pa daw ng maraming males into the book club. Eh parang ikaw pa lang, Kaloy, kaya mo na kaming i-manage eh. Buhay na kami.
Okay lang yan. I love you all, ladies. Ayan.
Thank you. Sobrang appreciate ka namin.
So, yun. So, going back, isa rin sa mga napansin ko, it's actually right smack in the middle of all of the scrolls eh. Diba? It's not the first and the priority, but it's also not the last and the sort of the summary of the book. But it's actually in the middle because in the middle of our life, 'di ba? Nauubos tayo eh. 'Di ba? If we keep on giving and really rendering the task and really delivering all the deliverables that we need to do, 'di ba? That we tend to forget that main character, that main cog in all of the bells and whistles of life, which is actually us, 'di ba? That without us operating that same vigor and love and compassion for people around us and for people who we really value, life will not work, diba? And I think we most of the time, if not all of the times, forget na sandali, I'm the one doing all of these things. So if I am not okay, if I do not appreciate that I am a miracle myself, diba? I cannot operate the life that I'm operating right now. It's like every day we're just running on fumes, if you know that saying, na parang ubos na nga yung main tank natin, we're still using the reserva pa. Diba? So that's why at the end of the day, diba, most of us, and I'm not speaking just for people here in our book club, but also the people who are going to listen to us, diba? Parang at the end of the day, we're so exasperated na parang masasabi na lang natin, thank you Lord, thank you Lord, thank you Lord. But at the end of the day, we forget to also thank ourselves that we're still here.
Give ourselves that pat on the back.
Yeah.
Exactly, 'di ba? And probably what keeps us also going for the past few years, especially in this pandemic, is the ability to really see ourselves move forward, 'di ba? The action that we're going to take is not actually an input or a stimulus from other people, but it's actually our own vigor and our own goals that would push us to move forward. And that will only be possible if we see ourselves as worthy of that life that we choose to live. And that is actually appreciating that we are the greatest in life, diba? Sabi dito, I would like to quote the book. Vain attempts to imitate others no longer will I make. Instead, I will place
like
my
that.
uniqueness on display in the marketplace. So napapansin kasi natin, di ba? Another thing that also stops us from being the person who we really resonate and want to be is that we tend to compare ourselves with others. Na ay, mas magandang pamilya yon, mas
With their
mayaman sila, mas
achievements.
nakakapag... Exactly, oh. That we failed to realize that those achievements were possible because of the uniqueness of that particular person's
Person.
di ba?
Yeah.
Now we tend to forget we have our own personal journey that maybe
Mm.
we're not focusing on.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yun nga the thing about our eyes looking forward. It's good that it looks forward. But it's also important to probably at the end of the day or maybe a portion of the day of our life that we also look in the mirror.
Mm.
'Di ba? Have that introspection and have that um sort of vision na yes, what I'm seeing are the things that I idealize for my life, but at the end of the day, look at ourselves as well,
Mm.
'di ba? How far have we come already?
Mm.
What relationships have we built already for the past few years? And what do you call this? Personal achievements, 'di ba? It doesn't have to be great, 'di ba? But moving forward, it's also the ideas of having this ability to feel and to know for yourself that you're actually better today than yesterday.
Yeah. So true.
Diba? And having that appreciation, diba? This is actually the root the root value of this is actually gratitude, eh. Diba?
Yes.
I love what Arlene was able to share with us, diba? That every day I live a life of gratefulness. That's why nakuha ko yun, eh, nung sinabi nila, I'm actually grateful for the life that I have right now. And we are only going to feel or to really appreciate that gratitude once we see ourselves that we are actually better today than yesterday.
Mm.
'Di ba?
Our only competition is our past self.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. And not only to see that as a competition, but to also actually love ourselves, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah, love
Appreciate
yourself
it.
You
first.
are, with the grace of God, you are able to move forward with life. You are able to push forward in life, knowing for a fact that everything that you do, that you are better today than yesterday. And that is by appreciating that we are actually a miracle. You know, out of all of the people in the world and out of the whole universe, there's only one you. And your uniqueness, you let that uniqueness shine so that you can also be a light for others. Yun
Mm.
eh. It's actually all-encompassing eh. Because
Yeah.
if you do not have,
Domino effect, no? Domino effect siya eh.
exactly. And it's kind of like the proverbial kasabihan na when you light a candle, you don't actually lose your light,
Mm.
but you're able to impact people around you. And that is by first appreciating and first lighting your candle inside of you.
Mm. Mm.
I really love it,
And
Kaloy.
amen.
Amen.
Grabe. Oh, ayan na, si TJ, nagpupunas na ng luha.
Oh, ito talaga si Kaloy.
Ito talaga
Oo,
si
we're trying nga to master our emotions. Ito naman si Kaloy.
Grabe, di ba? But that is so true, no? And I think it is, if not, kasi it's a conscious effort eh. For you to see yourself, your worth, your value, it's a conscious effort eh. Usually, you use the analogy of looking at your reflection in the mirror, no? Minsan kasi pag tumingin tayo sa salamin, mabilisan lang then we leave. So I guess it is important to remember that we have to sit still and have that conversation with the person that we see in the mirror, no? Tell that
Probably
person.
a good theme song while you're looking at the mirror is Reflections by Mulan, di ba? Who is
Yeah.
that girl I see
Yeah.
staring straight back at
Back
me?
at me.
Oh, ganon.
Grabe, di ba? Nakakainis ka naman, Kaloy. Eh. Ito na naman ako.
I love you too, Achi.
Pero wait lang, is it just me or is it like everybody? Don't we all feel good now?
Yes.
After
Yes.
reading the book and after
Yes.
sharing, yung impact talaga niya na kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan natin, no, ang bigat for ilang weeks, ilang months. But then all we
years.
needed was just, a reminder from
Yeah.
from it's not even a 300-page book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think you can read it like a day if you will just
In a few
reading it a
hours.
fast.
In a
Yeah.
few
In a
hours.
Actually,
few
few
hours, you
hours
can finish
lang.
it.
Yeah, but
Yes.
if you but it took
Arlene, a
me
few
a
hours lang
while.
pero ilang years bago binasa, di ba?
True, true.
Pero yeah, really when I'm looking parang I am reflecting kasi every page of this. Sabi ko, ang ikli lang nito. But parang you know what? Sobrang dami. Hindi kasi information that you are reading. You're also reflecting to yourself and
Yeah.
how you not really relate. You are reflecting on this, how what is it saying to you? So I really agree with Kaloy when he said that yun nga yung para sa sarili. Pero talagang in-skip ko yun kasi sa feeling ko may ibang magsasabi nito. But hearing it from Kaloy and reflecting what he's saying, yes, talagang when sabi nga, we cannot give what we don't have.
Correct.
'Diba? So how can we give, sabi dito 'di ba, greet each day with love if you don't love ourselves. And yun nga, minsan kasi we are parang we are aiming for something tapos pag hindi natin nakukuha, parang we feel bad. But when
Mhm.
we are grateful for every little things, yun naman yung naging ano ko, even with my husband. Hindi na kami masyado tumitingin. Kailangan mo talaga, sabi ko nga, I am confined in our house. I am confined within my own world. So
Mm.
You
parang
know what,
feeling
Amy? What could work? What could work better? Rather than aiming for something, why not also aim for Amy?
yeah. Hindi, pero alam mo, I have to go, yun yung na-realize ko, I have to really go outside
Yes.
my confined space to really, minsan kasi, sa totoo lang, minsan yun yung aking realization. I am not so grateful. I thank God every day, but I'm not so grateful and appreciative of what I have because confined lang ako sa space ko, 'di ba? I am just here at home. But when I go outside and looking at other people, I am not really comparing myself because of what they have, what not I have. But you know, that kung hindi ko man nakukuha yung things na gusto ko right now, I have so many things to be grateful for. So yes, thank you, sorry ha,
No, no,
napa-ex.
no, no.
And probably just to stir the pot a little bit more, di ba? Again, resonating from what our discussion a while ago about really celebrating the life that you live by appreciating that you are a miracle in this world, that you
Mm.
are God's miracle,
Yeah.
di ba? That there are instances also sa buhay natin wherein why are we so hard on ourselves?
Mm.
Di ba? Like, this miracle, this gift that was given to you, bakit napaka sama mo doon? Why are you hurting the person that God loves the most?
Mm.
Oh,
And that's it.
ay,
Oh.
aray.
Bang, bang, bang! Bang, bang, bang!
Grabe, Kaloy ah. Grabe, Kaloy. Aray. Grabe.
Automatic rifle ba, TJ?
Oo, grabe, grabe.
Tuloy-tuloy
Grabe, no?
yung tama eh.
Oo, grabe to
Para-
si Kaloy. I'm trying to keep my
Para
focus eh.
kahit
Grabe.
ano ka, umiilag ka talaga.
Oo, talagang sa pool talaga, no? Ang ganda nung sinabi ni Kaloy, no? Bakit nga ba? Why do we consider ourselves the villain in our own story? No!
Yeah. Yeah.
Ba? And
There's
the main thing that probably could also help us move forward, di ba, is to not only see ourselves as the main actor of the story or the main protagonist, but also the one who's writing our own story, di ba?
Mm.
Kasi when we place ourselves as kind of like the actors, just the actors, that we tend to forget that we are also the director,
Yeah.
di ba? And
And
that
the
the
script
main
writer,
and the script writer, and
It's
that
also
our
us.
main producer, the one
Yes.
who funds everything, is actually God.
Yeah,
Mm.
true.
Diba?
yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how do you make the producer how do you make the producer feel and appreciate that every fund or every blessing that he gives is actually for the betterment of the movie that you are making for yourself?
Yeah, it's invested well, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Oo. Oo.
All right.
Grabe.
Sobrang ganda.
Grabe. Diyos ko, grabe ha, grabe ha.
Alam niyo,
Naalala
yung
ko na
talaga
kayo.
na book club to eh. Ano na to eh?
Comeback session talaga natin. Parang
Ano ba to,
still
therapy
gold.
session?
Yes, yes, actually.
Alam mo, Kaloy, tawag dyan, naalala ko na kung bakit ako tumigil. Doon sabi ko, naumpisahan ko siya, tinigil ko siya,
Yeah.
tapos nag-message ako. Kasi pala, meron ako ditong pili ko dito ako tumigil sa chapter 3. Yung sinasabi mo, Kaloy, many succumb to despair and fear without realizing that they already possess all the tools needed to acquire great wealth.
Exactly. You have it in you the whole time. It's just you're not recognizing it, you're not appreciating it. And that's the reason why coming in from the gospel nga, if you remember the gospel of the treasure, yung binaon sa
The
lupa.
7
Yeah.
talents. The talents.
Exactly, yung binaon sa lupa. That's what we're doing with our life right now if we don't learn to appreciate and really just to celebrate life and be joyful about it, di ba? All
And
right.
you will never discover what you really have until you get out of your comfort zone and try to use each gift that God has invested in you. So there we go. 1 hour went by so fast.
Oh my
Thank you very much, everybody, for being with us today. And well, we will be uploading this video on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So make sure to like this video and follow us on YouTube. And also like and follow us on Facebook. Ayan.
And just to
watch
add to
out.
that,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, and just to add to that, if the WMC alumni are also watching, again, we'd also like to invite you guys to join us here. Utang na loob, samahan ninyo ako, mga kalalaki. So yeah, we'd love to have you here, and we'd love to
Nagmamakaawa
share
ng
with you.
ating sampagita.
Oo nga. Oo.
Samahan na.
Too much na ba kami, Kaloy? Too much na.
No, I love and cherish each and every one of you. I hope you do as well.
Of course. That's why we keep meeting up, even with our busy schedule, diba?
Yeah.
So, okay, so watch out for the next title, the title of our next book assignment and our schedule. We will be sharing it if you reach out to us and tell us that you want to join the book club. So maraming salamat and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. And we are so looking forward to grow and mushroom the WMC Book Club. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.